Welcome back. We're going to be doing the rounds once again, but we've actually got a purpose of doing the rounds this time, because we've got some scenes that we'll actually pick up as we head to the embassy, the castle, and the Bell News when we see faults. And Niall, I suppose. Let us begin. This is the east block in front of the Calvarian Embassy, so... The city is so big that it's easy to get lost, so I picked up a map at the department store. Grab you. I'm amazed the Empire agreed to sign the non-aggression pact. Wonder what kind of magic our queen used. Or what's the Chancellor up to? I mean, we know some stuff with him, like he's working with a certain society at some point. Goes up to something. That's why I expect him to turn up. I'm amazed the Empire agreed to sign. Yeah, okay. Grab you quickly. Haven't seen Kurt of the Bracer Guild lately. Wonder if he's off in some other region. Kurt is very popular for his politeness. Very well, very well. Yeah, we have an idea of what you're saying. Let's see about you. Weird old lady has been eyeing me for a while now. I wonder why. Is there something on my face? You sure seem to be yawning an awful lot while I'm trying to pour my heart out to you. If you're a friend, suffer with me. Yeah, come on, Anton. Good weather today again. Oh dear, oh dear. Like, move out the way, let me through. Alright, Calvarian Embassy. Hey, how goes? Huh? Zin! Holy crap! Wasting time in the Burlville again? Something like that. Well, I'd say hello to Elsa. And I have something I need to talk to her about. Is she in? Well, I haven't seen her leave, so I guess she's around. Oh, who's with you? Gotta ask, policy. Oh, they're helping me with some guild work. I'm going to introduce them to Elsa. Oh, well, okay. If they're with you, Zin, I guess I can let them in. So, welcome to the Calvarian Embassy. Oh, do keep in mind that the embassy hall is Calvard soil. Calvard and Liberl are friends, but still, keep your nose clean, eh? You hear that, Olivier? And again, my heart is assaulted with arrows. How little trust you have in me. It's not like he's hiding anything, is it? Please come in. The embassy grounds are extraterritorial, just so you know. You should probably refrain from any suspicious activity. This is lovely. This is my first time setting foot in Calvard, isn't it? If I recall correctly. I don't think of any other time I've actually stepped foot into Calvard. Because again, it's like this soil is part of Calvard, technically. You know how embassies work, apart from the UK with the US embassy, because again, go look up that. I've mentioned it several times before. Look up the story of like why the US embassy is not American soil, it's still British soil, because it's brilliant. Or I can tell you down in the comments, just ask if you want to know. It's funny. Oh, magnificent. This is the Calvarian Embassy. Didn't expect it to be quite so fancy. And yet it's a bit exotic as well. Really like it. Well, quite a few people from even farther east have settled in Calvard, you know. They've had an impact on our culture too. Anyway, Elsa's office is the furthest room on the second floor. Alrighty. Zin. Hey, I'm back. Might end up borrowing a room, so I'll be in your care if that happens. Of course. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you. Zin, come by and stay anytime. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Oh, you all are... Hey, this isn't Zin! Chancellor, a pleasure. All together here, are they your guests? Yes, they're co-workers with the guild. Are you here about a threat letter? No. It's, as you guessed, it's a request from the Royal Army. Do you have any ideas? Threat letters like that aren't exactly rare in the Republic. To be honest, I barely paid it any heed at all. True, there are a lot of radical groups in the country. Yes, They always cause trouble when the issue of immigration comes up. Well, this time at least I can't say anything. Why don't you see what Ambassador Cochrane thinks first? Yes, we'll do that right now. If you'll pardon us. There's also the possibility that the threat letter was just a prank, bro. I think that's what the kids say these days, yes? Why don't you see what Ambassador Cochrane thinks first? Alright. We'll see about that. My. Is that hulk of a man over there Zin? I don't even need to see your face, you know. Hey. Are you seriously going to judge based on my body size? I thought you were a bear when we first met. Jeez. Zin is always going back and forth between Liberl and the Republic. Must be hard on him. Do take care not to push yourself too hard and lose your health. Oh, wise advice. I can't believe they've even got spies in the embassy. They're spying on their own people? How weird. Not much trust, is there? Oh, look at the fancy beds! Oh, Zin, come to Liberl again? Hey, Yakumo. Go with that. Seems I'll be here for a while again. You seem pretty busy yourself. Of course we are. After all, we've got a pact signing approaching. Sorry, but I won't have time to bother you for a while. With you, yes. The prepping for the signing ceremony has got me so busy that I'd accept a cat's help if it offered. Oh, knowing that it's all for the sake of my homeland, I'd be happy to do it. Oh, very well. I mean, yep, you look busy. Just going to the books. Nope. Alright then, you're just staring at the books for a little while. Okay, you're very busy, yep. Wait, there's no room on this side. Strange. This should be the ambassador's office. Shall we say hello to Elsa? Alright, let me introduce you. Yes, come in. Pardon us, Elsa. Zin Vathik. Hello, come in. Last I heard, you returned to Calvert. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Gransel? Well, let's just say this old dog had a trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be here in Liberl for a while. As to be expected of an A-rank bracer, I suppose. You never let up, do you? So who's this with you? Pleasure to meet you, Mom. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. These are our assistants, Olivia Lenheim and Chloe Lins. A pleasure, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. The pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Cochrane, Calvert's ambassador to Liberl. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though. I'm afraid so. Estelle and her party asked about the threatening letter the embassy received. Ah, that letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter, then? Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the Guild can ignore either, though. Would you mind helping us out? Well, I suppose. We're well stuck into the situation after all. What would you like to know? Well, to start with, do you have any idea who would have sent that letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of the pact, or? Well, of course. You're looking at one after all. Huh? Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much, yeah? Well, the truth's the truth, Sin. I'm pretty sure I've chewed her ear off about Erebonia enough for you to know what I think, Well, yes. Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job. Right. Is there anyone else from Calvert who might oppose the pact? Oh, certainly. They're all tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no real reason to oppose it anyway. No reason? I don't quite follow. It's not worth bothering. Pact doesn't have any practical effect. Simply agreeing to the statement we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. More of a declaration than anything else, but it is little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence, save a loss of face, no? Precisely. The worst it could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. You would have to enact a plan to be so dire, so vile, in order to make it seem like Calvert were the aggressors, yes. And now it is true that relations between Erebonia and Calvert have gotten worse, even worse than usual over the past decade. So there is some value in establishing Liberl as a place where we can negotiate. But again, who would bother opposing that? Yeah. Doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of threatening letters about. Well, Ambassador Cochrane, we don't believe someone from Calvert is the perpetrator. Then whom do you suspect? Well, my gut, of course, tells me to blame it all on the Erebonians, the militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have that new engine on the line. They aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses to spite their faces. The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the Arsail? Yes. An engineering sample will be provided to both Calvert and Erebonia. It happened right after the sighting, in fact. Whoa. That's to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand. Yes, I have to admit, she handled this masterfully. That cutting-edge engine is going to birth a whole new generation of airship designs. And Alicia is practically handing it out, so long as you sign this agreement and play nice with it and each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poisoned ninnies among the Erebonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss this chance. Yeah, I guess so. It's like, see, now I'm getting more details about what's going on here. It's like, my mind is like, yeah, it would make no sense to be in Crossbell now. Just no sense whatsoever. It's like, yeah, that's what I needed. Just sort of like, just that little bit more knowledge. It's like, yeah, Crossbell doesn't make sense. Which means, of course, that the possibility that either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low. It could be Crossbell. Could be. Indeed. Sorry, I can't be of more help. I mean, yeah, it could be Crossbell. I'm not excited about the possibility, no. No, you're a big help. Just being able to cross suspects off the list helps a lot. Oh, speaking of which, though, I would like to ask you about something else. It's just, my mind's thinking back to how I was when I was first playing Cold Steel. You guys know if you've been following along. And very much now how my mind is, where it's like, just the idea in my own head that it could be Crossbell probably isn't. Probably isn't at all. Let's not even pursue that as a real possibility. Just the idea that it's like, it could be related to them wanting their independence, they could be trying to sabotage this pact, blah, 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 but it wouldn't be in their own interest to do that then, would it? Because then the fighting would break out and they'd be fighting over Crossbell, so that's kind of a bad thing for them to do, so that'd be kind of foolish. But just the idea of all these possibilities, what was that? But yeah, all these possibilities, just makes me excited. Just, I like that. I like that. Clearly this series is not for me. Clearly. Estelle asked Ambassador Cochrane about Ren's parents. Harold Hayworth, a merchant from Crossbell. Never heard of it. Can't say it rings any cross bells. I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least. Darn. Well, thanks. Do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonia and Calvert, however. You may want to inquire at the Erebionia Embassy as well. Okay, thanks, Ambassador. Thanks for being so open with us. You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright. Wouldn't happen to be Brigadier General Bright's daughter? And that sort of like pause was like, wait a minute. Just had a thought. Oh, you know Dad? Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, and now the head of Liberl's Royal Army. I'd heard he had a daughter. I didn't expect to meet you like this. Well, it's kind of an inexperienced newbie myself, still. You're off to a good start then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright. Well, if the chance comes up, sure. Well, we'll see you around. See, the thought crossed my mind. It's like, okay, Ren's parents are from Crossbell, so she's from Crossbell. So it's sort of like, okay. It's sort of like, what's going on with her parents? It's like, it's like, it could be related to, like, are they the ones who sent the letters and then they've disappeared and stuff like that? And like, that's actually what's going on, all this type of stuff. It's like, I do remember her name being mentioned. I think it was at the Watchtower. at one point. So it's like I do have some inkling as to what's going on with her anyway. Just don't want to say at this point. Give it a bit of a mystery, you know, for other people. But it's still like, yeah. Maybe my crossbell thing is not that far-fetched when you get down to it. It's like, her parents could be part of the society, in some regard. I just banged the table with my foot and it hurts. Ow. But yes, they could be part of the society, and they could have sent the letters out and then disappeared. Left Ren? Possible. Possible. Estelle Bright, our embassy owes the guild greatly for your constant support. Should we have any jobs come up, I would be happy if you would be the one to take them on. And I sort of get like people's position on like Erebonia now. Like the idea of the Cold Steel games and playing from an Erebonian point of view seems so strange to people who had played them in the order of release, one might say. Whereas for me, it's still sort of like that. I know Erebonia differently. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. It's like the more I play these games, the more I fall in love with them. That's what I love. Like the more I get into the world, just more and 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 more. Clearly, this series is for me. Clearly. I'm kind of bored, so maybe I'll go back to the Adele apartment store on my way back. Okay, very well. I didn't think it was the off-season for the Grand Arena. Well, why would it be? Really, this guy doesn't plan enough. Let's always plan your trips. I plan so much, I get anxiety over my plans for my trips. It's a problem. Do you have some business in the sewers? I'm sorry, but we can't allow you inside for now. Okay, very well. I'm stuck on a train. Just visiting the tourist spots doesn't make a trip. Spending time without any plan like this is also a wonderful memory. I mean, that's counterintuitive to what's going on over there, but alright. Yeah. A black-haired soldier came out of the embassy just a bit ago. His expression was impassive, but he was so cool. Mueller. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, we don't want to go in there just yet. Still doing the rounds outside. I try to meet up with my son wherever I can between flights. I know that I'm making this kid put up with a lot. Yes. Poor little kid. Yay, Mama's back from her job. Jealous, huh? I mean, you said that, kid, you said that to someone who's lost their mother. Dear, like, you jealous? I've still got a mother who's alive. Like, screw you, kid. I changed my mind on you. That ice cream was delicious. Now then, perhaps it's time to do some shopping at the department store. Maybe. Welcome. How about some cold, delicious ice cream? Maybe. Anyway, why don't we get some ice cream? More like, what are we gonna do today? You know, like, for sure. It's gonna be the same as it was in the original game, the first one. Why have disasters and incidents one after the other? Seems like the capital's only just now calmed down. It's what I thought, but next up is the signing ceremony. Well, if this will make things peaceful, it's more than welcome, though. Oh, are you the braces who won the martial arts competition? Oh, I'm so lucky to meet you in a place like this. Right, let's go off to a certain Erebionia Embassy. Oh, Olivier. You continue to play your role well, Bergen. I would like to enter. May we pass? I can't say no to you, but, who's with you? Oh, we're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things, if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in, then. Welcome to the Erebionia Embassy. Do remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful here. We will be. No? Please pass through. Remember that the embassy grounds are extraterritorial, so mind yourselves. Finally going back to Erebonia. I'm finally going back. Yes, we've had Hamel earlier, but we didn't actually get any gameplay there, so I technically didn't go back. We just saw a scene that took place there. No. It's like, here we go. Here we go. Ah! Erebonia! This is quite the building. Wow, this place definitely matches the Calvardian Embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. I realized Lord Cochrane would have hit the roof if he heard you say that. Oh crap. It's Mueller! Ah, my most bosom companion. It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure we're constantly aware of your location and you... Ah, but 'tis a tactic in the war of love. Did you know? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, it hasn't been too bad, I guess. It's been really well mannered. Comparatively. Ignoring the lunatic. I presume you have business here at the embassy? Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador. Estelle explained her desire to meet with the ambassador concerning the letter. That letter, right. I've been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright in the Royal Army, I take it. Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. A commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well. I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Cochrane. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introductions, as opposed to a certain someone. Really? Thanks, Mueller. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait. You really have so little faith in me? You, thought we had faith in you for this. If you introduced us, you'd probably want to have us kicked out. I'm sorry, Olivier. The sting of being forsaken. The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Cochrane is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment. We'll wait then. Just like, right, let's wander around. Oh, hey, it's been a while, Olivier. Are these your guests? Indeed, one could call them guests, but I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together had been so tender, so sweet. I feel to merely call this forced love does a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? My. Hey, does that mean you've dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. I wonder who Olivier is really targeting. What do you think? Is Mueller still his one and only? Or has he moved on to greener pastures? Why, you only need to ask. No, thanks. It's like, we know. Shadow. We know. Ooh, hello. Some drinks there. Calvert Spies, here. My God. So, like, I'm assuming it's in the middle we need to go. All the books in this room were published in Liberl. To learn about someone's nation, start with the culture. Feel free to read them, but please put them back where you found them once you're done. Oh, hello. The shelf holds the Cornelia series. Ah. Good to know. Need to get onto that at some point, don't I? It's like I would like to see a copy of Woo Baby from Erebonia, but you know. The closet imperial city... Closet? The closest imperial city to Liberl borders is a place called Palm. Never heard of it. Actually from there, by the way. Who? It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for visits. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Erebonia, so I have to switch over to the railway system. Harm, you say? Sounds very, loomy? I was trying to think of something that would relate to the place. Go with loomy. Hey, Olivia. I heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working until I'm dead on my feet getting ready for the signing ceremony. Alright, let's go. So, this is the office. Wow. Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. I don't think he would. Might be his head if he did. I apologize for the wait. Lord Cochrane, we'll see you now. Let's go then. Welcome to the Erebionia Embassy guests. I am Lord Devil Cochrane, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. Zin Vathek, also of the Guild. I'm Clarine's second-year student at the Genesis Royal Academy, and assistant to the Bracers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivia Lenheim. You. I heard you gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivia. Or me, for that matter. Such a strict dressing down. Much more, I'll have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside. You're here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? My, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact. And no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. You think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then? What other answer could there be? But in my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvert behind all this. Some silly ploy to make their president look bad, no doubt. Opposition, doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. Huh. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can. But, if the pact fell apart due to this, don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think the mob thinks like that? Puh. All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Cochrane. May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion on the non-aggression pact is? Who? What? Flawless riposte, Chloe. Who? Oh. The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government. The Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gilead Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the railway system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through, less than diplomatic means. Wait, you mean he... Olivia! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor? Oh, but devil, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? I've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochrane over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help these poor people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? My lord Cochrane, there's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem. You have a point, Mueller, very well. To answer your question, Miss, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he's actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right? No, apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance. It's someone from the Empire. Yeah, looks that way. Buster, thanks a lot for answering our questions. See? It is as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere. Oh, but one sec. If you don't mind, I have one more question. Estelle asked Lord Cochrane about Ren's parents. Yes, a most pitiable situation. The separation of a child from her parents. Your traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Cross Bell, I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either. Really? He started to look kind of grim. The search at once of both a blackmailer and a lost child's parent sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Cochrane. Allow me to show you to the gate, then. The path to the Bracer comes to prove itself a harsh one indeed. Several months ago, I received reports concerning the Bracer Guild. Various branches have been attacked in my country, one after the other. Given that you bracers yourselves, I fear that you may be an easy target for whoever is responsible. I wish you and your fellow bracers well. Do not lose hope. I imagine you must be having a difficult time trying to find the culprit. I suppose if there's some clue, any clue at all, we wouldn't be in the position we're in now. Still, don't hesitate to let us know if we can be of assistance. Where'd Mueller go? He's just at the gate. Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. Didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. Should be working together. Indeed. I do hope we can solve this. Huh? Olivia, you're awfully quiet. It's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Olivia, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Gransel, yes? Where else? I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed, as always. What? Oh my. Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy's flagpole. So that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day. Alternately, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm very sure I could explain it to Lord Cochrane. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. So that's how you keep Olivia under control. Maybe I should write this down. I'd say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. But regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thanks again, Mueller. Close those gates for that stupid noise. Should get some oil. With the embassy is out of the way, all that's left is the Liberl news. Hopefully Niall or someone will be able to help us. Hopefully. Shall we be off? But we're going to check the castle. What? Alright. Well, we're obviously going to end this part here, but it's... I just want to say before we carry on, it's clear Olivier is thinking about the Chancellor. Gilly of Osborne, clearly. I mean, we know what he's like. We know what he's like. So anyway, we'll see you in the next part as we carry on doing the rounds. We go see what's going on inside the department store. We should be able to bump into a few familiar people, I imagine. Two that were going shopping might be there. Yes. So see you then. Ta-ta for now.